Good morning, my magnificent ones. Sue Paulson, your magnificence mentor here, and we're in another episode of Tea with Sue. Welcome. Today is Canada Day, so I'm wishing all my fellow Canadians happy Canada Day, whether you still live in Canada or you want to live in Canada or just wherever you are in the world, happy Canada Day. This is the day that we celebrate not only being Canadian, but it's a time to just, I think, hang out in gratitude for everything we have in our country. And I think people can speak about their own countries wherever they are and realize how much gratitude we have for what's around us, our families, our environment, the nature, whatever's going on, that we can be very grateful. I think we're particularly blessed here in Canada, and I might be a little biased because I was born here, I was raised here, and I've never actually lived anywhere else. I've traveled quite a bit, and I found the places I've traveled, there's quite a few that I thought, oh, I could make that my home. But Canada has its own special feel for me. And it's interesting when I've worked with new Canadians, people who have come from other countries, either as refugees or as immigrants, to hear what they feel about their adopted country. And my question is always, well, why did you decide to come here? And it's so interesting how many have been so willing to sacrifice whatever they've had in their homeland with the idea for a better future for their children, most particularly, is what they want. And even I remember not that long ago talking to a fellow who had brought his family from Egypt. And I said, well, things are pretty good in Egypt, aren't they? And he said, yes. And he said, we have free education there. So it's a big difference to come to a country now where the education isn't always free, right from, especially once you get into university. But he was willing to make that sacrifice because he really felt that this was a place of better opportunity for his children. So I hear that a lot, and I hear the thrill in people's voices when they travel around and say, oh, look at all the wonderful sights and sounds and everything's so picturesque. Of course, I live just east of the Rocky Mountains, and it doesn't take long to get there. And there's this glorious cornucopia of mountain terrain and the wild animals that are there. And so it is very picturesque, very beautiful. So I hear this from people when they come, and it helps me remember. Now, I think I tracked back, and I'm probably third generation Canadian who was born here. So I was born here, my parents were born here, and some of my grandparents were born here as well. And so, but the others came from other places. And this country was settled primarily with people who came from other places. Even our Indigenous population, who were here long before Europeans decided to migrate from Europe, they came across when our continents were still connected to Russia and China and Alaska, as we know it now, we're still all connected. Well, they came across that corridor of land and then came down into North America. So everybody came from somewhere. And so I love the fact that we have this wonderful mix and blend of cultures, of languages, of skin color. I mean, it's all pretty special to me because it's helping our country become what we want it to be. We're a vast country with a relatively small population. Now, for those of you who live in the States, we're about our population is about 10% of what it is in the United States. But we have lots of land. And so to be able to have enough people so that we can build infrastructure and create a good life for people, it's vital. So I really want to honor all of those new Canadians who've come into our country to say, wow, we would like a better life. Well, we want you to have a better life here. And we want to be a part of that. And we want you to be a part of what we have here, because it just makes us all richer. It's really, really important that way. And thank you for having the courage to make that trip. I can't even imagine. I moved from Edmonton to Winnipeg for a couple of years, which was a matter of 1,300 kilometers or something like that. And it was right within my own country, but wow, it was a big leap for me. And so I can only imagine, nothing, the language didn't change, the money didn't change, everything else was relatively the same. The stores were relatively the same, and the roads and price of gas and all those kinds of things. So it wasn't a huge transition, but it was for me because it was a real uprooting. Well, I can only imagine people coming from thousands of miles away into a country where often they don't speak the language. They don't know the currency. They don't know the customs and what's going on. So talk about being a stranger in a strange land. Wow, that's a lot to adapt to. And so I'm so impressed by how readily, our ancestors did it as pioneers in breaking trail into country that was pretty rough, and there was lots of hardship. And they learned how to cooperate and collaborate and build this country. Is everything perfect in Canada? Oh no, we have our challenges, just like every country has their challenges, things that we would rather were a different way. That's just the nature of the growth and the change and what we all adapt to as time goes by. But I think it's really important to celebrate what we do have. And in fact, it really reminds me of the importance of celebrating every day. There's always something wonderful in every day if you look for it. I went for a walk this morning. We have a couple of what do they call them? Storm lakes. So they're man-made lakes where water drains into, if we've had lots of rain in June, so it keeps the residences from flooding. And well, of course, it's attracted all kinds. It's our own little wetland, and it's attracted all kinds of birds and insects, and it's just quite glorious. So as I'm walking today, I spotted birds I hadn't seen for a while, and that yellow birds and grosbeaks and so on. Lovely, just absolutely lovely. So I had a huge grateful heart, excuse me, for what I was seeing, what I was experiencing. Took some pictures of trees and it was glorious. So I think we can find, regardless, it's easy to appreciate and feel gratitude when things are going well. Not so easy sometimes when things are going hard and when life is tough for us. But I think anytime we can break free from that toughness and take a little vacation and sit in gratitude for what we do have. Oh, excuse me. I feel like my voice is going. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I know 4th of July is coming up, Independence Day for the States. So we kind of get the best of both worlds here. We got Friday holiday this year on this end in Canada, and then the Monday holiday in the States. So 4-day weekend, right? I think it's lovely. So those of you in the States, if you want to start early, well, celebrate Canada Day with us and enjoy. All right, my magnificent ones, go out and celebrate today. Enjoy every moment of today, of your life. And we'll look forward to connecting next week on Tea with Sue. And as always, if you're enjoying the videos, you can subscribe to my channel, Sue Paulson, on YouTube, or you can also download my free app, The Magnificence Mentor. Sign up as a member, that's free as well. And then you'll have all kinds of inspirational content that when you go on your walks, you can just plug me in and there I am. Enjoy your holiday. Thanks so much. Bye for now.